1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Ha! I learned my lesson.
All right.
I got burned enough times.
Yeah. I'm pleased about that. Yes.
And then summer vacation happens.
Nice.
School's almost over.
Jen says hi.
Jess is literally behind me right now.
She's not ashamed.
She definitely is ashamed that I'm doing this. She said, I'm not moving for your silly game. So far so good.
Yo,
Hey, Ben.
B.
Hey, Ben.
I'm okay. I'm good now. Clusterfuck. One long fucking Monday this week.
Nice
Okay.
mason jar.
Big old mason jar moonshine. I was doing it out of a love of pasta sauce and
That's bizarre.
volumetric measurements.
That's twisted.
You could still taste the poor cheese classico.
Oh,
God.
that's oh god.
I watched them, obviously.
Cheese and
I'll better that than
Called
pickled
like the
eggs.
Italian shower or something. Eat brain or something.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
right.
"Eh."
That's right. Eat brain.
That was one.
Toast.
Toast.
Delicious.
I'm just gonna roll
Right.
a d20 here. It's fun to roll die. Okay, fellows. The party stands on a rise, overlooking the core of the Shire of Publica in the dusk, with the setting sun behind you. And as the party descends into the town, they are approached by a man who noticed them as they descended. And he says, "Travelers, how fare ye?"
An introduction to the goings on would be welcome. How fare thee? It seems you are all in good spirits.
May I offer my services as guide?
Orikas is just gonna ignore everything that's going on at this point.
Oh, me? I'm Link. Link the Link Boy, they call me around here in Publica.
Tell me, good Link, is there a place where some travelers can put up their feet, perhaps have a mug of ale, and join in the festivities?
Orikas is just gonna walk across the bridge and go straight into the public house.
Well, it would seem that our companion has made a decision for us.
Here your friend has chosen the more rough and tumble public house. Gentlemen, he nods at the surly men who stand outside smoking pipes and glowering at Link and yourselves as you approach. Glib in particular, they cast quite a dark eye your way. The inside features several battered and smooth-worn tables, a modest stage with a band playing on it. There is a grand old fireplace in the far northwest corner. It provides the primary illumination. This first floor is fairly dim and dingy. The locals are a heavy-knuckled, rough-looking sort who eye you gentlemen quite suspiciously as you enter the building. Orikas, what are you up to?
Orikas is flagging down the bartender, ordering 3 beers.
Looks like our companion is heading towards that table.
Link, join us.
Certainly.
Glib wants to make a dexterity roll to make a gold coin appear.
Roll the die, dude. The coin appears on the table, spinning.
Orikas
Just,
is gonna slap his hand down on that gold coin, pick it up, and toss it to Link. Take your beer at the bar.
Dana, we'll catch up with you later. Thank you, Link. It doesn't stand very well, Orikas, to alienate ourselves with the locals.
Orikas is gonna gesture for them to lean in a little closer. All right, we got 2 reasons to be here. First one, we gotta figure out. Wait a minute. We're looking for Governor Finadelis.
Finadelis,
Hey,
excellent.
I warned you guys that he was not smart.
Please go on, Orikas.
He's an ex-Shrike. We gotta find out if he's talking to any of his people in the tower to better his standing here.
In order to further his political ambitions? An ex-shrike having dealings with the tower, especially in a political situation. Not very good. No, someone's doing some nasty business here.
That leads into our second task. We gotta figure out why he's doing it.
Well, first we need to find this individual. If he's in a political role, he should be well known. Perhaps if we had not so rudely dismissed our local friend, he could have informed us where this person was.
I, for one, would like to keep a low profile and maybe try things the diplomatic way for once.
Well, shall we move from this place, gentlemen?
Perhaps on the way out, I would just have a quick word with the proprietor.
As he's going by, he's just going to eyeball this guy's belt here and see if there might be something on his belt worth practicing skills with.
It's evident that he's wearing a coin purse.
He's going to see how his dexterity is.
Your hand has slipped the coin purse off the man's belt and concealed it in your cloak of many pockets.
And then he'll bump the guy. Oh, I'm very sorry. Oh, look, you've dropped this. And he'll let the coin purse drop to the floor and pick it up and throw it on the table and pat the guy on the back as he continues on his way.
Make a charisma check at disadvantage, Glib. Glib, the man observes his coin purse, and then he looks at you, and he says, "You farkin' took it! Thief!" He stands up from the table, he loudly pushes his chair back, he looks around at his mates, and you see several other men step up from their chairs, loudly pushing their seats back. Other patrons of the bar clear out through the big door. We'll pause there for a brief bio break.
We get two. What time is it?
It's just about time. Hey, the water's off the garden now. Come on.
You better hurry.
Check out his eyes. Wait for me.
Isfahan. You hear the words shouted. You hear the screech of the seats, the shrill shriek of the fiddle as it comes to a rough halt. And you turn and look over your shoulder as Orikas is dogpiled by 3 other men, and Glib is likewise dogpiled by 2 more. You 2 are dragged to the door, it's thrown open, and you are roughly deposited onto the ground out front. Isfahan, you observe all of this from your position at the bar.
Well, that was exciting, I might say. Now,
by the way, 40 gold, if you please, sir, for your meal and drinks.
that much. I'm not from around here. 30 gold. You see...
Make a charisma roll already, you goof. He says, "Get thee out!"
Indeed. Apologies. And start making for the door if he's not being bodily hauled out of it.
You have to shoulder and roughly bump past these men. I'm imagining him politely saying, "Pardon me, excuse me." I don't want to put words in this man's mouth.
Excuse me, pardon me.
They're just all bunched up as you escape from the public house and see that your friends have been waiting for you. The group of you notice that Link, the Link boy, is standing underneath the willow tree.
I'm gonna swat Glib upside the back of the head.
Ow!
Idiot.
Well, we have burned our goodwill in that establishment.
The 2 of you see your new companion, Orikas, briskly stride away towards the bridge. Do you pay any heed to Link, the Link boy?
Should we divide and conquer?
I'll stick with Orikas, but perhaps you should talk to Link and ply him with some libation, and maybe he can talk about this person of interest.
Capital plan, Glib. On that topic, I seem to find myself with only 2 gold in my purse. And perhaps you'd be willing to dole some more?
Oh, of course.
You sugar daddy.
Glib will look through his pockets, and would 100 do?
I think that should suit.
All right, Isfahan, you're approaching Link, the Link boy.
Indeed. Link, nice to see you again. My traveling companions... And, uh, I thought perhaps you and I might speak more at length, perhaps at the easy landing, and maybe take a drink and.
It's very kind of you. By all means, thank you. He puts a friendly arm around your waist and strolls you towards the easy landing, and we will return to Glib and Orikas. You approach the road horse. You notice a crowd of people gathered outside. There's a dirt lawn where people are gathered and tables have been set up outside near this large fire, and there's general chatter and merriment. You enter via the back sliding door, and there's very little unoccupied standing room, it being quite a busy space. Let's move back to the easy landing, and we'll see how Isfahan fares with Link, the Link boy. Link opens the door, Isfahan guides you in. You take in this modest, hipster-esque nautical decor. So, how do you carry onward, Isfahan?
Link, I've traveled from afar. Perhaps you could tell me more about Publica. For one, who's in charge of the greater region? I know not much beyond Thamiana.
We're governed by a governor, recently changed over administration. A matter of some dispute, perhaps. That's the closest thing to great local gossip. Real casual, like he leans in Isfahan and he goes, yeah, there might be a little more to the recent political changes around here. Why don't we step out onto the porch, Isfahan, and find a quiet spot near the river? Maybe where the only babbling besides ours is the brook. Know what I mean?
Chuckling heartily, Isfahan at his joke. Indeed, Link, indeed.
And Isfahan, were you accommodating him by leading the way out?
Indeed.
Alright, so you can find a private spot on the pier.
Isfahan selects somewhere near the babbling of the river.
And you wait. And you wait. And you continue to wait.
Oh, Link doesn't show up.
And we'll shift back to the road horse. The very merry-looking bartender making ho and cheer with all the guests calling across the room, as many of them are, and there is a great general din. There are some buxom cattle girls serving the crowd. What do you choose to do as you enter the road horse, this bustling, busy place?
Fly casual and hang at the bar. Shall we find a quieter corner, friend?
Orikas uses his chin to point.
So you guys move to the opposite end of the room, elbowing your way through the throng.
Glib's going to go halfway up the stairs where it's kind of dark and sit down on the stair.
Orikas is going to follow him up there and sit down beside him. We're looking for someone named Clara. We're going to take a drink. She's Finadelli's eyes and ears in town.
Clara, yes.
I'm going to give Glib a side eye, down the beer, and just say, just better stay out of my way when shit goes down.
Oh. I mean, if you want someone to have your back.
You tower boys. Soft. The only one that has any steel in him is Patch.
Oh, now Patch. Well, the stories I could tell, me and Patch, I remember this one job we did, right? Where, the tower had sent us to find some documents, and the house was supposed to be, unattended. The proprietors on holiday as well. I'll go up. He heard my little, he's working hard, really hard. Of course, I walked right in on that. What can I tell you? That's good. Grabbed me up. This guy,
Glib.
Patch did not hesitate.
Glib.
Oh.
You notice, as your rant has been continuing, that the bar has quietened. A large sliding barn door that was hitherto closed slides open, and then it slides closed again. You observe a huge monster of a man in black plate mail armor. Most of the patrons have noticed him as well, and the quiet has settled over the place. The man stands blocking the door and crosses his arms. He, however, is not what caused the room to quiet, for in the opposite direction towards the open doors which you came through, a woman is parting the crowd. As she steps into the road horse, people cringe and part around her. and those near the periphery start to skulk off and disappear into the night.
That's the one.
You look on, and the woman, pale-skinned, red-haired, wearing rough traveling clothes, she approaches the bar, and a particular patron, and her voice cuts through the silence. Rick the Rook, the man, not intimidated, turns in his chair and says, "What of it?" Clara speaks again, projecting her voice over the crowd. "Let this be the governor's example of what happens to Tower spies in our fair shire." And she tilts her chin towards the man. His hand goes to his dagger but freezes. It then moves to his head. He grips his skull, moaning, and lurches off of the stool. He staggers forward. His eyes roll visibly back, and then his head bursts apart like a melon hitting a sidewalk from a great fall, a chunky mess that splatters the bar and the crowd. The body topples to the sawdust floor. Glib, you spontaneously turn invisible. Clara turns on her heel and strides back the way she came, the crowd parting again. The monster at the door rotates, once again opens the door, and you can hear his heavy footsteps as he paces into the darkness, leaving the door open. And that's where we'll put the pin tonight, gentlemen.
Oh shit.
You know how to drop a bomb, brother. You know how to
Yeah.
drop a bomb.
Hey,
Narrative grenade.
if you're enjoying it, I'm enjoying it.
Nice game, DM.
Oh,
Well, yeah, thanks a lot, guys. All right, gents, well, I'm stepping
all
out.
right.
All right.
All right.
Love
Good
and
night.
cheers.
Good game.
Yeah.
Good game, guys.
Bye, brother.